What's going on, my PT peeps and Walking Dead family? One Eyebrow back to talk about The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 3. Spoilers, discussion, news, just general discussion about the episode. So if you don't want to know this information, stop watching now. But for those who want to know and discuss it and talk about it, here we go. So episode 803 will be here on Sunday. Pretty cool stuff. Morales, we'll get to you in a second, buddy. But first, what everybody wants to know is what's going to happen with Gracie. She is going to be okay. Don't worry, guys. Gracie looks to be taken care of by Rick. Rick takes Gracie when he leaves the outpost. He runs into Aaron. Aaron takes Gracie with him, is what the word is. So Gracie is going to be part of Rick's group. Morales. Let's talk about Mr. Morales here. Everyone knows that Morales is back, hopefully, and it looks to be short-lived, which to me is like, why bring him back in the first place? Doesn't really make sense to me, except for Robert Kirkman, Gimple, and whatever are probably tired of answering the fact of, where's Morales? Is Morales coming back? Morales this, Morales that. Morales, people want to know what's happened with this. People say he's a fan favorite. No, he's not a fan favorite. The only people think cared about him is because he was gone. They didn't know where he was. He's going to go bye-bye. So he was brought back for 2 episodes to turn on Rick and be mad at Rick by Daryl killing him with a crossbow. A bolt to the eye, an arrow to the eye, to the skull, to the head. Awesome. Very cool. Should be awesome. And for people who hate on Daryl, I would never understand that. Daryl is awesome. Norman Reedus is awesome. He's one of the best parts of the show for me. I love Daryl Dixon. I think he's cool. He's one of my favorite characters on the show. Just because the fact of he does a lot of good things. People may see him as overrated. I think he is awesome. But overall, Daryl ends Morales. Very cool. Let's move on. Morales is done. Enough with the Morales talk. We can move on with the Walking Dead series. And to me, the Walking Dead Season 8 is getting better and better and better. The episode 1 was okay. The premiere wasn't the best premiere. But episode 2 was pretty good. Episode 3 looks to be very good. Action-packed. Daryl's taking on some saviors, takes out Morales. They go around, a lot of gunfire, gun battles still, and it's a lot of cool stuff. More action-packed in the first 4 episodes. Episode 3, the kingdom is going to be a big part of it, and Ezekiel, he's faking it till he makes it. We all know. But he's not a wartime person. He doesn't have military experience. So he's going to be outmatched here. They do take out some of the saviors, some of the outposts, but there's going to be some casualties here. We don't know how. I think it ends with Ezekiel getting shot at. I don't know if Ezekiel gets hit, but the kingdom people form a wall around him. Carol and part of the kingdom take out some of the saviors, but there's snipers at some point that take down some of the kingdomers. The saviors go down, kingdomers go down, and we're going to have some casualties this episode. Here's the part where it doesn't make sense to me. Why do this? I mean, I understand why the writers are doing it, and they want everybody to come together, and it's bigger than Rick and bigger than Negan. It's the world. But why do we have all these saviors? And it's saviors in the trailer. We weren't sure if they were walkers or saviors or what, but they're prisoners. And so it's a lot of them. It's a lot of people. Look at all these people. Now, I can understand keeping some alive, but who's going to feed all these people? You risk these people overthrowing things. Jesus is ultimately taking these saviors back to the hilltop to keep them there to join their group. Tara doesn't want that. Maggie doesn't want that. Morgan doesn't want that. Jesus is the only one that wants that. During the transport down the road to the hilltop from the outpost, walkers come around and Morgan defends himself. It's a close call. We saw this in the sneak peek on The Talking Dead. Morgan takes out some walkers. Some of the saviors try to escape. Morgan wants to take some of them out. Jesus and Morgan, that's what kind of starts the fight. So it is a fight between Morgan and Jesus, which I kind of thought it might. It was either a fight or they were sparring. Now we know it's a fight. Morgan's taking out some of the walkers. I believe he takes out a savior, but he stopped before he can do any more than that. Jesus beats up Morgan, so I figured Jesus would be able to take out Morgan. I think Jesus would be able to beat up anyone on The Walking Dead. Negan, Rick, anybody. I think Jesus wins in hand-to-hand combat for sure. But Morgan, Hopefully he gets to hold his own. We didn't see exactly how it goes down, but that's what we have. So Morgan leaves after this dispute with Jesus. He goes out on his own, probably in cray-cray clear mode, which is fine. I'm accepting that the character is like this. He's the Terminator now. Kara was the Terminator. Now Morgan's the Terminator. And I like that. Jared's still going to be alive, of course. That's crap. And it's going to be another frustrating part that Jesus wants to keep these people alive. Now, I can understand that, but these people tried to kill you. They don't want to keep you around in the very back. This is that hilltop. We saw this in another trailer. Jared is there and other saviors come to the hilltop. So speaking of the hilltop, Enid's looking out, and there's a clip going around online that Gregory makes his way back to the hilltop. He drives his car to the front, bangs on the front door, and talks. They don't open it all the way. They let Gregory talk to Maggie, and Maggie's like, "What are you doing? You sold us out. Don't even try to come back here." And he goes, "Where's the car?" That's Father Gabriel's car. Gregory lies and says, "I don't know, the car was empty." So he's lying. So I want to see that interaction when Father Gabriel meets up with Gregory, and you know that has to happen, right? So we know Gregory comes back to Hilltop, and they let him back in for some reason. Another frustrating thing. A sad thing is that Eric is going to die. He is a comic book character. He was supposed to die in the war. He's going to get a comic book death. It's not exactly the comic book death that he gets. He gets shot in the head in the comic book, but he's still dying in the war. It's a gut shot. He dies. I feel bad for Eric because I liked Eric, but this is what they do. When you show him a little bit more and more and more, he has a good chance of dying. He was one of my death predictions based on the comic before the season started. He's going to die. He's going to reanimate. Aaron leaves him by the tree. It's going to be sad a little bit because I like Aaron. I like Eric. At the gun battle here, Scott, Tobin, they're fighting still there. Eric tells Aaron to go back to fight because they need him. He goes back, and when he comes back to the tree, Eric is walking away, but as a walker. The good news is that Shiva is still alive as well as of this episode, which was great because we thought about episode 802 or 803 that she was going to be gone, but we still have her around. Big news, guys, is that we're doing a giveaway when we hit 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. More details will be to come, but to be in the running for the awesome giveaway, you gotta be a subscriber to this channel. You gotta be a member of the Walking Dead community on Facebook, the group, and the page. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, you can, but Instagram for sure. And if you can, guys, check out my book series, Fight for Us. It's 3 books online right now. Fight for Us is the series, the beginning. Reunited is my second book. My third book, which is the best book so far, is Refuge. The 4th book I'm writing right now. Got to get back on that. So if you can, guys, hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends, tell your family, so we can keep doing videos like this and more giveaways. You guys are awesome, and thank you for watching, guys.